What's up, my fans? This is Dan Series, and in today's video, I'm going to be reacting to the first teaser trailer for the new She-Hulk series. So this came out as a surprise for me last night. I was in bed, and then I got a notification saying trailer was on. I was like, oh, for God's sake, I'm not getting up. So I'm here now. Now, what I did notice was they've added an extra name to the show now. So I'm calling it She-Hulk. Attempting at Lloyd. Well, you'll see it obviously in the title, but which is a surprise, really. I have seen some little screenshots of her as She-Hulk from the trailer, but I've already seen her on from advertising and all that, so that is surprisingly new. But obviously, I haven't seen what the CGI looks like yet. But I'm not for first teaser. I don't know if the CGI is going to look that bad, because obviously they're still working on it. I bet so. Anyway, let's really get into this. I don't know what I'm expecting from this. I mean, Abomination could appear. Other surprises, I don't know. So let's have a watch, and obviously we might get our first clues as to her origin in this MCU. So here we go.
Being a superhero is a trial by fire.
Ooh.
Who's gonna protect the world if not people like you?
Ooh.
I'm Jennifer Walters. I'm a lawyer. I have great friends. Can I have shots, please? It's an emergency. Demanding job.
We just started a superhuman law division, and I want you to be the face of it.
Oh?
And a frustrating family.
Because we didn't ask for this,
Ooh.
but you still gotta deal with it.
Ooh.
Transformations are triggered by anger and fear.
Those are like the baseline of any woman just existing.
This.
So, Bruce, how do you feel like if I don't transform, I'm gonna die?
It's just.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. No.
It's just.
I just want to be a normal, anonymous lawyer. Can you tell us where She-Hulk is? Jen, you're a
Ooh.
story now. Girl, your ass looks crazy right now.
This. Ooh.
You could be an Avenger. Oh, I'm not a superhero.
You are now.
That is for billionaires and narcissists and adult orphans for some reason.
Oh. Wait. Oh.
Is there anything more depressing than dating in your 30s?
This is the best that I've had in a while.
Oh.
Should we split some fries?
Let's get those to go.
No. Okay, and from there, I think I just noticed another villain, which I might have heard stories of, but I'm like, no, they ain't gonna go that crazy with that villain. I'm like, they got him there. Pretty good it does. So, all I can gather from this is, because there's a thing I've been noticing, for a bit now, it's like, does Jennifer had the ability to swap back and forward, which it does look like it, but then when you look at the trailer, it's like, you can see her mostly in her Hulk form, so is it going to be at first, maybe she doesn't transform a lot, and then halfway through the season, she might decide to stick in the form, or are they going to do it maybe at first she can turn back and forward, but then but then obviously there'll be a point that, permanent stuck, because that's what it's looking like there, but I don't know. Really interesting. So let's really break this down. What went happen then? So we start off with a wide view of, I believe this is supposed to be in New York City or something, where this is taking place. And obviously you can hear Banner in the background saying about, obviously we heard, you got a group of soldiers, which they look like the ones that are going to be in Miss Marvel. I think they are. But obviously there's the bunch of people running away from something, so could be Abomination or the female or the one who's supposed to be the villain of the show. Trying to figure her name again. Titan or Triton or something. Whatever her name is again. She's the possibly the brother of Abominate. I mean, the Zorbaning Man. That was it. And then we can see that. Well, obviously we see that. We see a bunch of people in panic, so something's going down. And obviously, like I said, we hear Banner in the background. Then we see the some goons. Looks like they're about to fight. Maybe She-Hulk. Then we see a car crash happen. So, don't know who was in that. Then we see, obviously, Jennifer jumping down in her Hulk form, in her suit as well. Now, I love this. We get the Marvel logo. A minute it's like red, and then in the background, it turns green. So that's really cool. Then we get and then she introduces herself, who she is. Obviously, being a lawyer and everything. And then we see, and looks like she says about she's got friends and everything. And looks like we met her friend of the show. And some of the people, obviously, who's going to be in it. Then I love that her friend's like, sir, we need to get some shots in. There's a murder scene. I'm like, are you joking me? I'm not in a bad way, but I was like, are you kidding me? She's a superhero and you want her to get drunk and you're joking. But that's what it looks like here. Then we can see like a big building. Now, I wonder if that's a prison. Maybe that's where Abomination is taking place at. Like, maybe that's his prison. And then we can see, obviously, her leaving the place. So I'd say it's got to be like a prison place where Abomination is and maybe other people like him. It looks like someone's tried to do a talk with her, but obviously, well, she doesn't want to. Then we got the guy saying about, might be her boss, so I would say, saying about the superheroes and all that. Well, then it is. Now, this one's surprising. So we get a shot of her by the cage, Abomination's cage, but here, he's back as Blonsky. So what? So he's found a way to turn back, which that's a bit odd because I mean in the comics, obviously once he goes Abomination, he never goes back as Blonsky. He's stuck in in Abomination form for good. But here, I think he's found a way to do that. So that's going to be interesting to find out. Like how has he learned to turn back to human? So that's really interesting. And then we hear her saying about, her family, commentate, about her family, which brings us to Professor Hulk. So, yeah, Banner's still in his Professor Hulk form. Now, and it looks like and then obviously the arm's back to normal, the way he used the glove on. But, obviously, if this takes place after what can I say the film's name? Shang-Chi, that's it. If it's taking place after Shang-Chi, then it's like, because in that, in the post-credit scene, he was human, and now he's back as green, so I wonder if he's found a way to turn back and forward again. Obviously, that's now being merged with Hulk, probably. And then we go with Banner saying and now you don't want this and all that. And because obviously it looks like in the show that Banner's going to help her to learn how to control the anger. But we know she ain't got a Hulk living person in her. We know that the Hulk body, her Hulk's body is, like, she can control her own Hulk body. So, probably maybe she can't control the transformation part. Like, not saying like, she releases her Hulk self, like, the Hulk in her is going to come out, like Banner and Hulk used to be. But you get what I mean. I think that's what he's just training out how to control the transformation, not the, how to control your Hulk person in you, like, to talk to her and everything, not like that. So that's going to be cool. And then we got the bit with the boxer, and he says about, transformation happens by anger and fear, and then we can see a bit when her eye area changes, and then you can see a reflection in the car, but I would say now, from earlier in the shot when the car crashed, maybe that's what happens to her. Maybe she gets into a car crash and then Banner transfers blood quickly and then that's when she turns into... And maybe that's how she gets her Hulk powers, but... Bit different to her being shot and then blood transplant, but... Or unless something happened and then she has to turn green to fight someone, but I don't know. I love this bit about the... what she says to Banner before the test starts. That's funny. Then we got the spot, like some chainsaws coming at her. I was like... And she's like, I'm really gonna... I better hope to transform, and all that. And then obviously Banner's face is like, I hope she transforms. But then she does and stops the machine. And then Banner's like, yes, good one. And I love this. She goes by the door, smashes it. Well, does that, breaks it, and Banner's like, no. And he's like, oh shit, I'm about to get beat up by my cousin. Excuse me, French. That looks funny. And that's as well. We got the date as well. So it says on August 17th. And then we got a bit with her. It looks like in a room, in her own, I would say, an apartment. and it looks like she might have got fired because she's got her work stuff, unless she's about to start a lawyering job in a new place. Then one when we got her in a She-Hulk form, which that's what I'm on about. So I'm like, is there a point in the series, like halfway, that she's permanently stuck, or is she like later on she started to feel confident of her Hulk self and like, oh, I might want to stay as Hulk form longer. So, and then it looks like people are looking at her. So, well, only 2 people, but I bet there'll be a scene when everyone's looking at her. Like, and this woman's got a farm out. Jennifer say, obviously, and then the press, and I love that, the press is outside of her apartment, and they said, where's She-Hulk? So, obviously, she must have made her code name up by this point. And then, obviously, she's by the window. Her friend, obviously, I've tried to comfort her, saying about, well, you're a superhero now and all that. And I love how Jennifer just gets her thumb up and in her Hulk form, and her face is like, which, it does look good. I like her Hulk form. Then the test says here, you're like her. And then we got her in the nice dress in her Hulk form. And it looks like she's gone to I would say a wedding, but maybe some, out with some group of friends. I mean, it's in her Hulk form, and she's doing her sassy pose, which I'm like, go girl. And I love her Hulk, and in her Hulk form as well. So she's really liking the Hulk form. And it says, when she's angry. And then we got a bit when it looks like she transforms it. You see her feet, normal feet, and they transforms to Hulk size. And then we got this, we could see her. Then we could see her obviously about to flip someone over. And it's a bit weird because this guy's constructed helmet's got like, oh wait, it might be light, but it doesn't look like a proper constructed helmet. So I don't know if that's a supervillain or something. But anyway, she flips him over. So I don't know who that is. Then obviously that's when her friend brings up saying about, you're a superhero now. And this is the moment, Banner and her doing their Hulk jump. Oh, and the superhero landing looks good. And obviously it looks like she's not into the superhero bit yet, but obviously she will be. So there's that. And then, and here's the bit when in the courtroom, looks like she's about to fight, obviously, who's the main villain of the show. Titan, like I said, I would have to. I know I've seen her name. I've seen her in anime before, and I've heard her name, but her name will be down in the description anyway. So we got about the fight in the courtroom. We got some guy wearing a frog uniform, so it looks like the frog venom's in it. Is it Foggy or Frog? Is it just Frog? Is that his name? Well, his name's gonna be down in the description anyway. So he's come to live action, and he doesn't look that daft. I mean, when I ever thought about him in the MCU, I'm like, how will they work him in? Because obviously he's got a daft costume. But here, the costume looks a bit good. I mean, in a way, he does look like a daft in a way, but I'm not hating it. But I did wonder like how they adjust that to the MCU like that. But it looks cool. And then one minute we got, and I didn't see that. That was a quick shot. We got Banner, obviously in his Hulk form, got a thingy like a, and he's putting that to her ears. So maybe he's trying to get her angry. And it looks like she goes like about ah. Then we get a grim shot of her, the main villain, and her uniform wise is like, well, not the uniform she wears in the comics. I mean, she's got like wearing black. She's got a bit of gold on her. So, very different to the comics. Looks like Banner and her taking some shots. Then, obviously, looks like 2 of them, obviously, I think that's then 2 people about walking into a room. Obviously, Bonsky transformed into his Abomination form and then getting his head bumped in his cage. So, like I said, so it looks like he's found a way to transform, but I still wonder how he's going to fit into the show. Like, is he going to be the main villain as well or not? Then her doing a jump and looks like about to stamp on someone, I think. And then our title comes up with She-Hulk and Terry at lawyer. Now this is funny now. So it looks like she's going on through matching and she's just flipping like, no. So it looks like she's going to do some dating in a Hulk form. And then looks like she's on a date with a bunch of people. And then this killed me. We got this guy saying about, do you want to get out of there? And she goes like, oh. I think and then if I recall, he says about obviously getting out of here, and then she says we need to put the chips in the bag, something like that. And then this bit's funny. She's picked the guy right up and it looks like I'm about to head to the bedroom. I'm like, yep, she's gonna have a fun time tonight. Oh my god. I mean, it does really look hilarious. Actually, I'm gonna play that bit again. I want to hear what she says. I'm playing it again.
Is there anything more depressing than dating in your 30s?
This is the best that I've had in a while.
Oh.
Should we split some fries?
Let's get those to go.
Like I said, that is funny. And then to finish it off really, this is really interesting. So the Disney Plus logo, well, the logo's white still, but the background's all green. And then once the plus comes on, it turns back to blue. So it's like, very interesting. And well, that's all I got to say in the trailer. So that looks interesting. What I'm surprised about, Bonsky can actually just transform back and forward. So I wonder how he's managed that. Because like I said in the comments, he stays in Abomination form for good. The 4 guys in it, well, I need to look up his name again, and then you'll see his name down in the description. Obviously, the main villain, we don't see much of her, but like I said, there is a bit when you do see a glimpse of her, like, yeah, one you see behind her, and then one you see, like, in front of her. Not, like, close in front of her, but, like, in the distance when you can see a bit of her body, well, her legs, and, you know what I mean. She-Hulk, so... It looks like at one bit, it looks like she's not going to change a lot. And then there'd be one bit where it's like, oh, I'm going to permanently stay as She-Hulk. So, like I said, is it something like, oh, maybe there's a bit when she can't turn back? Or is it like when she kind of accepts it and she's like, I want to stay in the Hulk form for a long time. You know, I want to stay in it a lot of times. So, we have to wait and see on that. So, if you want to see this for yourself, I will leave the link down in the description below. Excuse me. Leave a comments down below. What do you think of this? I mean... What's your first impression on this? I mean, are you glad? I mean, what do you think of her look? What do you think of Abomination being back in this? And give your own story thoughts. Like, what do you think the plot could be about? Like, is Abomination the woman working for someone like the leader? Because I'm hoping the leader actually makes his return in this and we see him in his leader look. Just throw any thoughts and we can discuss about this. Obviously, give these videos a thumbs up. Share this out to your friends, so if they want to watch someone different for a change, show one of my videos, and if they like it, they can subscribe to this channel. And if you're new to this channel, this is what I do. I do the Marvel and Transformers Cinematic Universe, like the news. Well, I know I haven't done them for ages, but I said I'll try and get back into the news kind of videos. The trailers, like today. The Super Bowl TV spots. Clips, it depends if I want to or not. Because I'm all about, like, not seeing too much now of footage. And then spoiler reviews on the film side of the, obviously, Marvel and Transformers. And then I don't do reactions to the spoilery kind of trailers, clips kind of stuff. So I avoid those. And last but not least, before I finish, if you want to see me last Marvel video, click here. Show me my Doctor Strange spoiler review, the second film. My channel, make sure you click the bell so we notify when new videos are up. And here to see me last Transformers video. So, that's really, guys. So, I hope you enjoy this reaction and breakdown video of the She-Hulk show. Thank you for watching. See you again soon. Peace.